Hi everybody, my name is Butch Stearns of the Pulse Network. We're coming to you here from our event at the Harvard Club in Boston. It's called Financial Technology Insight Summit 2012. Now this event is geared toward the financial industry, banking and financial institutions. But let's talk about you no matter what industry you're in. And let's talk about keeping up with technology. And let's talk about your need to do that. That's sort of broad and everybody needs to do that. But whatever industry you're in, you're a CIO, you're an IT person, whatever, all of a sudden you found the right technology, you found the right gadget, the right tool, the right software, the right solution for your company. You know it is. You know you have to have it. Well, like any business or any product to buy, you now find yourself in a position with no leverage because you have to have this product. But guess what? You don't have to pay top dollar for that. How do I know that? Well, I don't. But my guest does. His name is Brad Simpson of Corporate Contracts. Brad, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
So that little setup I just had, let's talk about what corporate contract does, and you agree with me, you don't have to pay top dollar if you find yourself in that situation, right?
Absolutely. You don't have to pay top dollar, Butch. Paying top dollar in the industry today for any technology is crazy. There are several different ways you can save money in the industry. What corporate contracts does is plays a role between the buyer and the seller to get them the best deal possible. We use market intelligence, which is a fancy way of saying we do thousands of deals a year.
Yeah.
We have great background knowledge on not only the terms and conditions you buy under, but the prices that you should pay.
So you work primarily with buyers. So again, the scenario I just created, whatever industry that I'm in, I can reach out to you and you can negotiate on my behalf, especially if I have a, well, whatever company, whatever size. If I have an enterprise level company or if I'm representing 100 hospitals in healthcare, I mean,
right.
I need you.
Right. Most of the time, the buyer is in a situation where they're emotionally attached to the buy.
Yeah.
So they don't know any better for a price. They don't know better for terms and conditions. And quite honestly, most of our customers are not in a position where they're ready to save money yet because they don't know how much they're going to spend yet. And that's the big question.
So let's talk about specifics. You don't have to give me a specific company. You mention one client, you leave the rest of them out. But in the healthcare industry, give me an example of how it works or how you've help some people possibly?
In the healthcare industry specifically, there's a lot of regulation, a lot of customers looking to save, a lot of hospitals wanting to save money in systems.
And like banking and finance, there's regulation, there's compliance,
highly regulated,
security issues.
Absolutely. Yeah. Highly regulated, highly compliant industry. So their savings dollars are scrutinized thoroughly, and there's a ton of money to be saved in healthcare. And a good example is if they're going to buy $1 million worth of equipment, it could be an MRI, it could be a cyberknife or whatever, they're again looking to save money not by negotiating the purchase, but they're looking to save on their operational efficiencies first. So we're in there to help them save on the purchase of the money, purchase of the technology to begin with, and save money up front.
So let's talk about the banking industry. This was our event, Financial Technology Insight Summit. Like healthcare, there's a lot of compliance. It's highly regulated. There's security issues. So again, give me a specific example, maybe not a client, but a specific example in this industry where you've been able to help out or finance.
We really cut our teeth in the banking and insurance industries, and that's something that we're very familiar with. A specific example, not client related, but project related. We had a large financial institution that wanted to outsource all of their desktop support. So your computer's moving them around, installing a new one, could be monitors, PCs, whatever they might be. They had a staff internally that did it. They knew they didn't do it very efficiently. They bid it out, and we actually ran the RFP. We did all of the negotiations for the contract and the pricing, and at the end it was tens of millions. It was about a $14 million sale.
Wow, I'm listening.
Yeah, so it was highly successful, and I encourage anybody who is spending their company's money to spend it more wisely and use the assistance that's out there. But we do thousands of deals a year, and you might only do one.
He's Brad Simpson from Corporate Contracts. You're a negotiator.
Correct.
So let me go back and play devil's advocate for a second. Okay, I get it. I'm in an industry. I found this tool, this gadget, this technology I just have to have. I've convinced my bosses to do it. None of us like the price of it. I look at you. I found you. I look at your history. You just mentioned that you cut your bones in insurance. I see that. Most of your clients are insurance or in banking, but I'm in education, or I'm a contractor. I mean, how can you help me? What do you know about my industry?
Well, and it's a good question, and we get asked a lot. Our industry knowledge might be specific to healthcare or might be specific to insurance or financial services, but that doesn't mean that knowledge can't help you. Because as a buyer, I'm going to tell you that your elevator contract that makes your elevators go up and down in your buildings is just the same in the financial institution. So you might as well take advantage of the knowledge that's out there, and we have a very good breadth and depth of knowledge.
Well, it's interesting too, because almost like a stockbroker, different stocks come from different industries, but you're looking at a deal in one industry, and what you learned in that industry can translate to another industry.
Absolutely.
Right?
And that's what we try to bring to our customers. The number one value that we bring to our customers is to save them money. But through that, they're going to get a rock solid contract that's going to save them money down the road.
Yeah, this isn't a one-off.
No, not
You're going
at
to
all.
be there to negotiate through the contract.
Right on.
Yep. Brad, great stuff.
Thanks.
All right, Brad Simpson from Corporate Contracts. This has all been part of our coverage of Financial Technology Insight Summit 2012.